Before you go into Cartier to buy that beautiful bracelet that has been on your wish list, watch this. Just stay tuned. Hi, welcome to my channel, Simply Fabulous, where I like to talk about luxury items and goods, a little bit of lifestyle, and I try to sprinkle in a bit of tips and advice that I've learned to share with you. So, speaking of tips and advice, I thought it was really important to share just a little bit of tips or knowledge that I've learned about Cartier when it comes to their Love bracelet and their Just on Clou bracelet. Now, if you clicked on this video because you want to learn a little bit more about Just on Clou bracelet or the Love bracelet from Cartier, this is the right video. You're at the right spot, because I'm about to go into just a little bit of more in-depth knowledge on really what I would have bought first when it came to my Cartier collection. So I'm hoping that this video is helpful to you if you're considering buying a Love bracelet or Just on Clou. You're just not sure which one to go for first. Maybe this will help you decide. So now I've owned these bracelets for a while now, and you know, once you own something, that hindsight is just more clear. You get that 2020 where you're like, you know what I really should have done? I should have done this first. So for me, I own the Just on Clou bracelet from Cartier, and then I also have the classic Cartier Love bracelet that comes with a screw. The screw is needed to fasten the bracelet onto your wrist. So I have these two bracelets. Now, I did purchase the Love bracelet first. It's something that I had been on my wish list for a really long time, and I was just so excited when it was time to, you know, make this purchase that I just quickly went to this. Knowing very little about this, was familiar with it, seen it in the stores, but I think just because of the popularity of the Love bracelet, I just kind of thought, you know what, I'm gonna get this one first. I love it, and if I love more of the pieces from Cartier, you know, I'll definitely grow my collection, which I have done. In hindsight, I feel like I might have made a mistake, all right? Just in regards to my lifestyle and the way I like to wear jewelry. So maybe the way I like to wear jewelry is the same way that you like to wear jewelry. And that for me is to be able to take off my jewelry at the end of the day. I don't really love to sleep in my jewelry. Now, if I'm somewhere like out of town overnight, I might sleep in it. But for the most part, I usually will take off my earrings, bracelets, necklace, rings, put that all to the side in like my jewelry box or a jewelry case or whatever case that it came in. I will set it there, and then the next day, if I want to wear that again, I will wear it, or I might change my mind. I'm a person who likes to have options. I don't want to be tied down. I like to make sure that my accessories that I wear, my jewelry, kind of complements my outfit or complements how I'm feeling that day. So with that being said, I really wish that my first purchase was the Just on Clou bracelet. Now, the reason why I said the Just on Clou bracelet is because it is very easy to take off and on. I will take it out to show you. Because I have the more like smaller band or slimmer band, it has like this wire inside of the gold, so you just kind of snap it onto your wrist really easily, kind of just snap it on. So it's easy to take off and on at your discretion, whether it's, you know, at night, or maybe you want to just take it off because you're about to wash your hands, apply some lotion, smell goods, whatever it is. That's why you want to take it off. You can easily do so with the Just on Clou. Even if you get one of the thicker bands that it comes in, because it does come in like a medium size and a large size, and the way that, you know, opens and closes is more of just like a hinge, like a regular like hinge bracelet. It'll just open up and then you snap it onto your wrist. That is made for you to easily take the bracelet off and on at the end of the day. And I know some people love to wear their jewelry. They'll wear it in the shower, they'll wear it to bed, like they have had on bracelets and rings and necklaces that it's just like, I've had it on for the last 15 years, 10 years. I'm just not that way. I kind of wish that I was that way, but I'm not for the love bracelet. This is actually made for you to keep on. So once you put it on, you're not really supposed to take it off and on multiple times, just because of the screws and the way the device was made. Because it does have a screwdriver, it's first of all made for, you know, a loved one to help you kind of put this on. It's really made for someone to put it on to you, the bracelet onto your wrist. It's not really made for, at least for this size, because there are other sizes, but for this size, which is like their regular band size, it is made for someone to assist you when they put it on. Although I do have assistance to get the bracelet put on my wrist and taken off, again, I like to take it off every night. Now, speaking to the SA, that was kind of discouraged because it does have screws. Now, the newer love bracelets have screws that are still built into the bracelet, because I know there was an older version. I never owned that version, but I've heard of it, that the screws did actually come off. So when you would unscrew the bracelet on both ends, a little tiny screw would come out, and you just make sure you save it, because you would need that to tighten it and fasten it back onto your wrist. I know Cartier kind of upgraded the bracelet, so now the screws that are still in there actually don't remove. It stays with the bracelet, so you don't have to worry about keeping track of that small screw. Although that has changed, but I have been told that just unloosening your bracelet and then tightening your bracelet can just, I guess, warp the screws. Don't quote me on this, I'm just paraphrasing what my SA shared with me. For this style at least, it's made to be on when you're working out, when you're taking a shower, all that stuff. Although the SA did explain that to me before I purchased it, like in the store, make sure I clearly understood it, I still had my heart set on the bracelet and was like, okay, and still bought it. Hindsight is 2020. I definitely would have went for the Just on Clou bracelet first. So another suggestion that was provided to me was their love bracelet, but in the slimmer band. So there is a bracelet that comes in a slimmer band, maybe like a quarter size of this, and it only has one screw mechanism. You still need a screwdriver that it comes with, but it comes with just one screw, and it kind of like hinges open. So you would unscrew it, hinge it open, and then put it on, and you can actually put that bracelet on by yourself. And so with this bracelet, because it has two screws, that's why it's recommended for someone else to help you put it on and take it off, because you can do a little bit of damage or scratching, I should say, which was told to me, around the area where you're trying to tighten the screws. That was advised to me. I did not listen, because I just had my heart set on this. So that's on me. I'm sharing now. Hopefully it just resonates with someone else a little bit more than it did with me. And then the other reason I would go for the Just on Clou instead of the love bracelet as my first purchase, because I still would have purchased this, but this as my first purchase. The other reason is because I take it on and off, but I feel like it's not just because I take it on and off. It's also because I think it's just the way this bracelet is made. It's like very shiny, smooth on, you know, the whole perimeter of the bracelet, but it also causes for more scratches. I never forget someone mentioning kind of here on YouTube how they were like so mad about the love bracelet. Like, no one ever told them this, and maybe they didn't know, maybe the essay did not tell them that the bracelet scratches very easily because of that flat surface. I don't remember how that ended, but I just remember of them just being so mad and wanting to share that story, letting people know how easily the bracelet can get scratched. That would be the other reason why I wouldn't get this as my first purchase, only because it does get scratched very easily. But again, it's just normal wear and tear. But if you're a person like me, I'm not even gonna lie, after like a year, I still want it to look brand new. I want my bracelets to look new. I mean, I understand the little scratch here, scratch there. Another thing, when I did buy this, knowing that it got scratched easily, I did make sure I got it sized for my non-dominant hand. So I normally will buy bracelets that I know I want to baby a little bit. I want it to not get so scratched up, because I mean, all jewelry could get a little scratched up, a little dinged. But for me, just because I know how much I talk with my hands, I'm writing, I'm doing stuff, especially with my dominant hand, I will get a bracelet for my non-dominant hand. Just a recap, I love both bracelets. If I had to just only get one, I think it will probably be the Juste on Clou. Honestly, I love this one, but again, this one's just a little bit more unique. I know it can get snagged onto clothing, sometimes your hair or whatever, but the longevity or the way this looks for me when I keep it for months and months, and then the way this starts to look after months and months of wearing, again, still beautiful, but then you just see a little bit more scratches, and that can be just, again, for me, a little annoying if you're that type of person when it comes to your jewelry. Although I know it's not brand new, but if a year later it looks like I've just been skating on my wrist on concrete with this bracelet, I'm not going to be happy. That is why, again, I would select the Juste on Clou as my first Cartier purchase before I would buy the love bracelet. They come in different sizes. If your heart's content to getting the love bracelet, by all means, I'm not saying don't get it. You know, do what you want to do. I'm just giving my honest opinion and like kind of a review of what I would select as my first purchase, or what I would select if I could only choose one bracelet. If you like the content of today's video, then let me know by hitting the thumbs up button, the like button. That allows me to know that this content was enjoyed by you. And if you just enjoy the content in general, you're into luxury goods and items and reviews and maybe a little bit of lifestyle, and kind of getting some tips about, you know, before I make that purchase, you know, how did that work for you, then consider subscribing to my channel. Also, if you want to know the next time I upload a video, which I do every week, but if you want to know when it drops, then consider hitting that notification bell, because it will definitely let you know. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Love you so much. Have a good one. Bye.